Alright, so you can see that the bolts are there. Basically what you want to do, be very careful because you're going to be working with your blade open, and blade open is bad. What you want to do is I've got 2 on this side and I've got 3 on this side. What you want to do is you want to take one out at a time. And ricey ticey lissy loosey, ya ya ya. You just want to take this little screw out. Actually, I guess this could be considered a bolt because it's actually going into a threaded part. And that's what you have. You have a little, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's a little itsy bitsy screw or bolt. What you want to do is you want to take your Loctite or thread locker and you want to just get a little dab right on the tip of the threads and try not to drop it because these screws are really small. But you want to get just a teeny tiny little bit on the threads. You don't want to get a whole lot. I mean, there's no reason to get a whole bunch, and that's out of focus. And then all you want to do is put it right back into the same hole you got it out of. Now, if you're worried about the handle scales and all that, the Loctite's really not going to mess it up. All you got to do is just clean it off with a little bit of soapy water. And all you do is you just tighten it back down. And what this does, then you flip it over and do the other side. And basically what it does is when the Loctite or the thread locker sets up, it makes it where the scale screws will not work out no matter what. Under vibration they won't come out. You actually have to have, if it's an Allen, you have to have an Allen wrench. If it's a Torx bit, you have to have a Torx bit in it to actually remove them. And if you notice what I just did there, and all you do is you just do them one at a time. That's the one that's missing one on the other side, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip that one and go to this one. And I'm going to pull it out. And they're in, you know, pretty tight. Sometimes it doesn't matter how tight you have them, they'll still be able to come out. Vibrate, loose, whatever. So just putting a little bit of Loctite on them. Thread locker. I'll remember that eventually. Then it'll keep them from working themselves out. Now I'm going to show you something else. If you just go like you're trying to loosen it, you'll hear a little snip. What that is the threads clicking into where they need to be. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to cross thread your bolts. So if you actually turn it like you're trying to back it out, you'll feel it in the Allen wrench, and you'll actually also hear a little snap. When you hear that snap, that means go ahead and try to tighten it because threads are lined up. And be careful because these screws are really small and easy to lose. Way too much. You don't want to gob it on there. like it says, too much of a good thing is bad. And if you get too much, what's going to happen is you're going to have to do a lot of cleanup. So like I said, if you turn it backwards, like you're trying to take it out, see if we can catch this on camera. If I can get my hands out of the way, you'll hear a little snap. There you go. And then tighten. Now you can do, in my instance, the one in the middle that only has one screw. You just back it out. Like I said, eventually I'll find a screw that will fit. Is the same length, same threads, because there are different threads. But it's just an easy way. There you go, hear that snap? It's just an easy way to keep your handle scale screws from backing out just from vibration living in your pocket. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem. I have, so I figured I'd make a video on it. If you have a problem with your pivot bolt coming loose, you can do the same thing on it. Pull it out, put a little bit of thread locker on it, put it back in, and torque it to where the blades slides easy like you want it to, and then just let it sit. And as the thread locker sets up, it's not going to back out anymore. It's going to be where it is until you take it apart with tools. And that's pretty much how you keep your handle scale screws and or bolts from coming out on you. So hitching my giddy up. Remember, always cut away from yourself.